automation. Okay. Anyone else who wants to take a hit? What is an AI agent? How would you explain like it in the very simplest of the manner? What is an AI agent? Anyone? What according to you is an AI agent? Ranveer, Kanan, Jignesh, Karthi, Sai Kuntia. What according to you is an AI agent? Anyone? Doing a task with this set, okay, doing a task with this set of instructions and autonomously. According to me, agents act on, learn, and adapt to environments, enabling workflows like automated coding, data analysis, and software interactions. Yes, 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 yes. So AI agent is nothing but if I double down on it, there is a LLM, right? There is a LLM which is your model, okay, and this is a probably a high cognitive model, okay, which acts like a or thinks like a human. Plus, what you have on the other hand is a tool, right? Multiple tasks. So, हाँ, मतलब Ranveer, all of those are the outcome. All of those are the outcome. But at its core, what exactly AI agent is? There is an LLM, right? And with the LLM, there is also a tool which perhaps is helping you to do tasks. Let me just put it across in a more simplified manner, right? Okay. So basically, what AI agent is, if I can just correlate it with a football player, a football player, if you see them on a football field, what they have is they are moving across the field using two things. First of all, they are using their brain, right, in order to analyze, observe, and see where do they have to go, and they do it via a tool which is their legs, right? This is what is being done, and this is corollary, or this is true for each of the human, right? Whenever you were logging into this session, you also were thinking, you had your brain which thought, okay, what is the next step that I have to do? And then you had your fingers or your fingers to operate that laptop. Is it clear till here? Guys, how does a human react? Yes, no. Is it clear till here? Clear? Okay. Now draw or expand that corollary to from brain, bring it to LLM, right? LLM, we talked about it, that LLM is nothing but your, instrument that is able to think, right? And that is able to mimic how a brain or a human cognition is, right? So there is this LLM, which is your brain. And then there is this tool, which is your, Notion, Gmail, etc., etc. And all of them are working on a single objective. That at its core is the definition of AI agents. Is it clear to everyone? Because many times this can be asked, like, what is an AI agent? What is an AI agent? This should be crystal clear to you. Yes, no. Anyone who has a different opinion over here, please feel free to, counter it right now, or feel free to speak about it. Ranveer, Karthi, anyone else? Tool is a creation of model. Tool is a accessory of model. Tool is a accessories. Tool is nothing but your accessory.
So we have a brain as the base layer, and the brain is actually calling a tool, right? So it can be an internet tool.
Yes, yes, but you need a tool, right? You need to attach a tool. For example, if we obliterate legs from this football player, the player will be able to think, right? They will be able to observe, but they will not be able to act. So action is something which lies in the prerogative of these tools. Clear to everyone? Okay, cool. Now all of these AI agents are working on a single objective. right? And that is the whole purpose, or that is the most crystallized form of AI agents, right? Now, why do you want to create or learn creating AI agents? It comes with multiple pros, right, or features, which is quick prototyping, proactive product design, lower cost for developing, and minimum viable product. So all of us over here in by heart are or wanting to be a AI builder, right? And what a AI builder has a edge on is in terms of creation or creating these agents very quickly. Okay. And the more quickly you are able to create these agents, the more you will stand out from the crowd, and hence in your professional capacity also you will be you seeing a growth in your career, right? So now we are clear what are AI agents, and we are also clear in terms of why want do you want to learn creating these AI agents, right? Let's go and and understand what AI agents, or what is the core philosophy of these AI agents, right? So it is nothing but it is always a three pillar, okay, basis on which your AI agents are working. One is your trigger, right? There is always a trigger. If I draw that corollary to a football player, once a football player sees that ball, it becomes your trigger, right? So input always is your trigger. Then whatever actions there is being performed by this specific player, right? Which is kicking the ball, it is your action. And then finally, if that was a goal, right, then it is your result or your objective. So three things: tar, trigger, action, and result. And it is essentially how your AI agent is actually working. Okay. And AI agents, multi AI agents. Now coming to the platforms for creating AI agents, right? So how do you create these AI agents? Acha, how from the screen, how many AI agents have you, or platform for AI agents have you already heard about or worked on? Or if there are any other platform AI agents that you have worked on, feel free to put it in the comment box. How many AI agents or platform for AI agents have you heard about or worked on? Just wanted to have a sense check on this. Ranveer, Madan, Sai, how many AI agent platforms have you already heard about?
Two to three probably.
Uh, okay. Name them.
LangChain, LangGraph, and True AI.
Okay. LangChain you have heard about. UI. Okay. LangGraph. Anyone else? Anyone else? Anyone else who has heard about any of the other ones or used any of these ones? Madan, Pranita, Ranveer, Tanmuga, Jignesh, Akash. Have you heard about these, or you know worked in any of these platforms? No. Yes. Okay. Jignesh says LangChain. Ranveer says Autogen. Karthi says N10. Make.com. Yes, make.com is somewhere over here. Okay. Now, if you see, right, there is a whole spectrum of platforms for creating these AI agents. It starts from your high complexity or high coding platform, right? For example, LangChain, right, or Creo AI, Pydantic, Llama Index, LangGraph. All of these are Python based, right? All of these are Python based frameworks which are open source. Then what you have is open source no or low code platforms such as Langflow, Flowise, WordPress, and it, and rightly Karthik mentioned about it, and make.com, right? Make.com is adversary of N8N. Then you have these agent platforms which is VoiceFlow, Mind Studio, Relevance AI, Agent Force, Microsoft Copilot, right? Or probably I can also put ChatGPT's Copilot over here. And at the end, right, you have your voice agent, which is the retail, Vapi, 11 Labs, etc., etc. Now, since And exclusively not lovable is for creating prototype, not exactly for creating AI agents. Pranitha, it's Pranitha, right? Pranitha. Lovable. So you are saying Crew? Yes, Crew AI. It is a framework. Bolt, no. Bolt is again your adversary of lovable. It is for creating prototypes. Make is yes. Make definitely yes. Lovable no. And N8N yes. Lovable no. Right. So coding agents, cursor, copilot, codex. Yes, 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 yes. So those are agentic framework. Those are those are ID based agentic tools. You can call them agentic tools. They are not platforms. They are agentic tools. Perhaps is our manifesto MVP development is there, right? In our development MVP in our manifesto is there. Sorry, Panita, can you unmute yourself and ask? In our manifesto MVP development is there, right? Means
Yeah, hi Ashwin. The first
hi.
of the PowerPoint presentation, this
Uh,
thing, the
uh,
first PPT you mentioned like the third point. So that is the
uh,
reason. Actually, I don't know whatever this thing we are seeing it now. I have not used any of these tools. I don't have
mm-hmm,
any real-time experience on AI development, but the
mm-hmm,
LangChain, Langsmith, Mangold, I have heard it.
mm-hmm.
But then, in order to reach this one, we should be able to know all those tools, like right, the Indian traditional tools, what lovable and all. So that is where I'm up to in AI. So that is the reason I have mentioned because our MVP, which we have mentioned in the first this thing,
Mm-hmm.
uh, because we are focusing on so many this thing students or candidates from all over India. So
Mm-hmm.
that is the reason I went to those additional tools so that I like you should be knowing where I stand up to in this one. I have also to tell you fact, I have done a few of the creation of MVP from these
Okay.
tools in a real
Okay.
sense from product space.
From
From product space only, I have created few of the MVPs by using these tools.
okay. Great. Great.
We
Great.
have
Yes.
not
Yes.
deployed it to real-time production because I don't run a real-time company. But then, yeah, I wanted to
Mm-hmm.
make most of these tools so that I can learn or grasp knowledge. That is the reason. But yeah, I really appreciate your time and your PPT is very beautiful and it's really appreciate you.
Thank you, Pranita. Thanks a lot. And yes, outcome of it all is to create MVP, right? And for creating those MVPs, these are the different tools. The outcome is your MVP, right? And uh, the process via which you do it created is either through LangChain, Flowwise, Zeniten. All of those are pointing towards MVP. So thanks a lot for Pranita for putting that thought out. Thank you.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Thank you. Okay, let's go ahead, right? Let's go ahead and come to today's session, which is LangChain, right? Now, what is LangChain perhaps is? LangChain is nothing but a family of Lang, right? Can anyone tell me what are the other products of Lang, right? LangChain is one of them. What are the other products of Lang? Lang is a family. Apart from LangChain, what are the other products? Yes, LangGraph, and
Langsmith.
yes, Langsmith, and one more.
Language gold, lang gold,
Sorry, Lang.
gold, GOLD, lang gold.
Lang Gold.
Yeah, it's there, right?
It's Lang Flow, right? Lang Flow, no?
Oh, okay. Have heard it in one of the master webinar classes, but then I remember
Uh,
these four actually: Langchain, Langor, Langsmith, Langgraph.
it's Lang Flow. It's Lang Flow.
Okay. Yeah,
Okay.
sorry.
So we have four families of Lang, which is your Lang chain, right? The primitive one, the most basic one. Then you have a Lang graph, which is your multi-agent systems, right? Multi-agent system is if you want to create multiple agents in one single workflow, Lang graphs comes into picture, right? Then you have Lang flow. It isn't so both of these are code based, right? These both of these are code based, and it can be either in your Java or it can be a Python, right? Whereas this Langflow is absolutely UI based, just like your make.com or anything. And for on top of everything, right? AI as a principle is into black box, which is you need to have observability, you need to evaluate, you need to have those logs, right? For all of those log or to see what is exactly happening in your agents, there is Langsmith, which is your observability tool. Okay. Now let's go and see each of these in action. Okay, let me just go to the specific page. Okay, just go over here, langchain.com, right? And then in Lang, you will see there is Lang Smith platform, which is showing you observability, evaluation, deployment fleet. Okay. Then what you have is Langchain Academy, YouTube documentation, Langsmith, right? Then company, about company, pricing, all of those are here, right? And then who all are, sorry, Ranveer, should I speak out loud, guys? Is my voice not audible? Guys, can you confirm? Should I be speaking louder?
ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್
Guys, can you
ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ
confirm, please?
ಏನು ಇವತ್ತು ಆಯ್ತಾ 1 hour ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಅದು ನಂಗೆ ಆಫ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಷ್ಟೆ ಯಾರ್ದು ಬೇರೆಂತ ನಮ್ ಸರತ್ ಏನವ ಬೇರೆ
Akash,
ಕೆಲಸ
Dignesh,
ಅವ್ರ ಕೆಲಸ
Pranita.
ಮಾಡಿ ಬೇರೆ ಕೆಲಸ
Can
ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಡಂಗೆ
can you please
ಅವರು
confirm whether my
ಇವತ್ತು ಒಂದೇ
voice is
ಸಿಕ್ಕಿದೆ
audible or should I speak
ನಿನ್
louder?
ಕೆಲಸ ಅವನಿಗೆ ಅವಳಿಗೆ
Yes, it's audible.
It's audible, na? Ah, okay, cool, cool, cool.
ಪಾಪ ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಮ್ಮ
Cool. Audible but low volume. Okay, Ranveer, take it. Let me raise my volume a little, okay, so that it is clear to you. Right? So basically, what LangChain is, right? So LangChain is a family or a part of a family of the whole Lang, right? And what you have is you have this specific page. I have already put it over here, right? And then what you have is who all are the companies who are using Lang Smith or LangChain or this whole Lang family, right? And then you can go down and you will see what is the value proposition or what are the different features of this Lang, right? Now, these are the case studies. Monday.com, Podium.com, they actually have been using LangChain, right? This is one such product of LangChain. Now, the second product of LangChain is, or the Lang family is Langsmith, which is platform for AI engineering, which is helpful for observing what exactly is going inside your inside your LangChain agentic platform. The third one, your PC microphone volume is low. Ranveer, uh, guys, can you just confirm whether my voice is coming or not? Like, is it really low?
No, it's very clear, Ashu. We can hear you.
Okay,
We
Ranveer,
are
please.
from other states of India, but then your voice is very clear. I don't know what's the problem with the other people, but then yeah, it's clear.
Okay, thank you, Pranita, thank you, Dignesh. Ranveer, please have your speaker checked up. Probably it is not working. That's why. Okay, so the first part was your LangChain, right? Out of the whole family of Lang, the first part was your LangChain. The second part, which is useful for your observability, is your Langsmith. Now coming to the third part of it, which is your Lang graph, right? Lang graph. Okay, this is your Lang graph, right? Lang graph is basically used for creating your multi-agent kind of system, wherein what you have is you need the output of one agent and give as an input to the other agent. All of those kind of things, right, is basically where you use Lang graph, right? And Klarna, LinkedIn, Elastic, all of these are the companies which essentially are using Lang graph. And Lang graph uh, is actually a production grade ecosystem for you, right? And then what you have at the end is Langflow. Okay, Langflow is creation of your agentic AI platforms or agents using UI, right? If you have seen or heard about N8N or Make.com, you would know what nodes and edges are and how do you join those
ಆರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲೇ
nodes in
ಇಟ್ಟು
order
ಬಂದೆ
to create a whole full-fledged agents, right? If I can just show you Langflow agents. See, Here is just an overview of what lang graph or lang flow is, right? And if I can go over here, this is how you do it. You can just select that node, drop it over there, and then you are done, right? That is the concept of lang flow. But today in the class, what we are going to learn is we are going to learn about lang chain, the most primitive, the youngest one. But one thing that we have to keep in mind over here is it is, though it is the youngest one, however, there are the concepts with that we have to imbibe. They are the concept that will be percolated across all the platforms that we have, right? So in the lang chain basics, what we will be learning about is we will be learning about the very basic pillars of what a AI agent is, right? And if you know these concepts, then doesn't matter on which platform are you creating it, doesn't matter how complex you are creating it, how complex of ecosystem you are creating it, you will always be there, you will always have your concepts clear. So in this class we will be focusing on the concepts of how a agentic AI system works, right? How we are going to do this is we are we have divided this classes, or I have divided this class into two pieces. One is your theory, right? And then apart from theory, we also will be doing a practical of it, which is I will be sharing you Google Colab notebook. Okay. And through that Google Colab notebook, you have to run the code along with me. And that's why in the very beginning, I requested you, please join via your laptop, right? So what we are focusing is theory of LangChain, certain concepts of LangChain, plus what we are going to learn also is the practical part of it. And we will be just scratching the surface of LangChain. A deeper, a deeper application of building is what we do in our classes as well. Okay, so you will be having the first basic gist of what we do actually in the class, using those concepts which are basics and which are really essential whenever you are creating any of those agentic AI platforms, right? So that is the agenda for today. And
Hi, bro.
yeah, hi.
There are like few people who want to get into this. They have been texting in the group, so you can tell the management to let them in so that they can understand.
Acha, okay, is it so?
Yeah, yeah. There are like few people who are waiting in the room to join this action.
Sure, Shanmuga, let me have a word with Ruhin. Just give me a second, guys. Just give me a second. I guess everybody is here. I called them. Just confirm me whether they are here or not. Okay, I cannot see anyone in pipeline. Yes, everybody is here. Right. So let's start off. Right. Let's start off. We have already covered like half of the things. So whosoever has joined, please go back and see the recording. Okay. Now we are starting from the agenda of what the class is, right? We have already covered in depth what are AI agents, how do you create AI agents, what are different platforms for creating AI agents. We also touch base upon the Lang family as such. And now what we are double downing on it is Lang chain, which is the youngest of youngest in this family. However, the concepts that are there to create a Lang chain agent is replicated and is true across all the agents that you will create in your in your career. So this is what we are going to do today. Now what we have on the plate is what is langchain. Okay, then we will go deeper into how do you call AI models, right? We will be seeing a raw AI models and using it. Then what we have is prompt templates. We will also be seeing chains, output parsers, right? And then I will give you this whole Colab notebook to practice on your own. Okay. Now let me go back to this Google Colab notebook and show you what is to be done. Okay. Just give me a second. Okay. Please go to this Google Colab notebook. Please go to this Google Colab notebook. Okay. And let me also give you a brief about what Google Colab Notebook is. Google Colab Notebook is a terminal or a platform which is provided by Google in order to run the codes. Okay. And for a limited point of amount of time and for a limited capacity of processing, it is free for you. This is what Google Colab Notebook is for you. Okay, I have already put in the link of this specific Google Colab, right, in the chat. Please go to this link, and once you are there, just save a copy in your drive. Press this save a copy in your drive and come back to screen. Let me know once done, guys. What you need to do is I have provided a link to all of you in your chat box. Okay, you have to go to this specific link. Over here in the left hand side, you will see file. Once you click file, save a copy in drive. If you are encountering any issues, any problem, then let me know. I will more than happy to help you out over here. And if you are done, please type a yes so that I can go ahead. Done? No, yes. Just give me a heads up, guys, so that I can go ahead. Madan, Ranveer, Kanan, Sanmuga, Jignesh, Pranita, Karthik, Karan, Suraj, Rishi, Sai, Rishi. There is two Rishi. Ka? Okay, yeah, Rishi Venkat. Done? Yes, no, guys. Turned around. Yes. Okay. One more yes, and then we will go ahead. Done. Okay. Cool. Now, go to this file and save a copy in drive. Now, what you will see over here is you will see a lot of codes over out there, right? However, what we are going to discuss in the class today is we are not going or getting into the code parts, but rather understanding the principle behind an agentic AI system. Okay, via LangChain. We could have learned it via Anytime we could have learned it via any of that platform, but the basic core principle will remain the same. Whatever we are going to learn in the class, right? So with that understanding, let's go ahead, right? And we are going to cover three, four, five topics out there in the class. And for each of those things, I will tell you which exactly code block you have to run. Plus, I also put in some of the exercises, right, which you have to do, which will help you to get to know what exactly these things are, right? And calling them over. One second. Okay. Now coming to the first part, which is LangChain, right? Give me a second. Okay. So what is a LangChain? A LangChain is a framework for building applications with large language model. It allows you to chain together different components to create more complex and powerful applications. This is what we have talked about. Okay. What are the key features? The key features are it is composable, right? You can easily combine different LLMs. You do not have to restrict only to one kind of LLM, but rather you can combine multiple LLMs. Okay. Then you have got flexibility, which is it can be used for variety of tasks, including chatbot, question answering, summarization, etc., etc., etc. And it is extensible, right? It is open source, it is free. So you can add your own custom agents, custom components, and make it larger, a full production blown ready software. Okay. This is the definition of LangChain, and these are the different features that we talked about: composable, flexible, and extensible. Okay. And draw it or think it from a perspective like running a restaurant, right? You have a great chef, which is your AI model, which is your LLM. Then you have your prompts, which is nothing but your menu. Then you have a waiter or a chain, okay, which is connecting a chef, which is let's say this is you who is going out there for eating, right? And this is the table. Let's say this is the menu from which you are reading, and there is a chef. Sorry, there is a waiter who is going back and forth in order to give you exactly what you want to eat, right? And then all of those combined essentially becomes your application or agentic AI application. Okay, that is the whole fundamental principle of LangChain. Now uh, let's come to our Google Colab Notebook, right? So Google Colab Notebook, the first thing that you will find is LangChain basics, right? And this is me. You can connect me to me via LinkedIn. This is my LinkedIn profile over here. Okay. Then how do you or what do you first do? Is you install these libraries, right? Now what are these libraries? Just press this one. Just press this one. Okay. And you can see this is already connecting as well. But if it is connected, see over here it is connected. You have got access to somewhere a computer with 13 GB RAM and 107 GB of disk space. Okay. What you need to do is press this one. Pip install langchain langgraph openai. What it will do is it will install all the libraries that will help you to run your own ecosystem. Okay. Once done, you will see over here a click coming in. Please run it and let me know once done. It will install all the necessary libraries.
We are running it in the desktop group, not else in VS Code or something. So,
No, no, no. Run it in your browser. Run it in
okay.
your browser itself, not on VS Code, etc. And once done, let me know, please, so that I can go ahead. Just gives a thumbs up to this icon that I have put in. Right. I will know how many people have done it. If half of the class have done it, I will go ahead and explain you the second block. So these are different blocks. Just gives a thumbs up to this. Okay. Two people have done, and we are what? Then no, yes. Sai, or like you haven't done or you have done it the other way around. Thumbs down. Okay, one, two, three, four. One more, and then we shall go ahead. Need some guidance. Uh, okay. Sai, what is the guidance that you require here? Okay. So what you need to do is you are at this Google Colab notebook, right? What you have done is you have saved as a copy in your drive. Now you need to run this first thing, which is pip install langchain. Over here, there's this play button, right? If you can see over here, there's this play button. Just press it, and after some time, you will see there is a green tick as well. That is what you have to do. Okay. Then no, yes, guys, we are 15. Like, what is happening with others? Sanmuga, Karthik, Karan, and guys, like this is a hands-on practical application that you are seeing. There's no theory only involved. So please, my request is use it, right? Use it and do it in the class itself. Because once you have actually done it, press those buttons. It will help you to understand the concepts. Via only PPT, you will not understand anything, and I can definitely tell you, and you will not be able to build anything as well until unless you actually go over here, press it, and see what is happening. Okay. I am expecting that others are also doing it. Okay, and Sanmuga, Sai, Madan, Jignesh have done it already. Okay, and if you have not, then probably you should now. OpenAI is paid. Akash, OpenAI is paid. I will be providing you the key right here in the class so that you are able to practice it in the class itself along with me. Okay, so don't worry about it. Worry about getting paid or get it being paid or not. I am there to help you out in terms of getting at least this workflow created and up and running. Okay. Okay, now once you have done it, what you have actually done over here, just to give you a perspective, you have installed all the necessary, application or libraries or dependencies which are required to run LangChain. This is what you have done. Okay. Now let's set up your OpenAI key as well. Okay, I have already provided an OpenAI key over here. Okay, and this is something that I have given you from my end for this specific class, so that you do not have to go back, put in some dollars and then get that key. It is already there for you. It will run in right now in the class. Okay, and you will be able to work along and practice for these LLMs, right? So what you need to do is just in your set to press this one, and you will get this message API set, key set. Do it now, guys. Do it now. This import OS paste to your OpenAI key, print API key set. You just need to press it, and then you will get a message API key set. Okay. Let me know once done. Just type done, and then we can go ahead. Amazing. Amazing. Okay. Now, once you have done that, now let's come to our exercises. Right? Let's come to our exercises. We have what we have done over here is we just have set up our key. We have installed the dependencies. Now, let's run this one as well. Right? So this is the first exercise that you have to do, which is just copy this. Ready to learn LangChain now. Okay. Copy this and put it over here. Ready to learn LangChain now and press over here. You will get this ready to learn LangChain now. Let me know once done. This is this block, which is import OS, paste your API key. What you need to do is just copy this and paste it over here and then run it. You will get this kind of message. Done? Yes, no? Done, guys? Just give me a second. Just give me a second, guys. Yeah. Okay. Sorry. Uh, okay. Have you guys done it? Guys, it's already the code, but pasted and ready run. Yeah, yeah. So it will be there in the code itself, but you have to just paste it over here and run so that and you have a hands-on in terms of how do you run it. Done? No. Okay, and I'm assuming whosoever are telling done and are active in the comment box, they already are practicing it. What about others, guys? What about others? Souvik, Suraj, Sanmuga, Ranveer. Done, na? Done, done. My sincere request, guys. My sincere request. Please practice in the class itself. You have to do nothing, right? You have to hear the concept. You have to apply it over here, and you can get the things going. And this kind of detailing. You will see there are multiple topics out there telling you agentic AI and all of those stuff, or just the practical application. But how or what exactly is going inside is something that we are learning right now in the class. So my sincere request again to each one of you is, please be on the Google Colab notebook, please run it, right, and see what is exactly happening. Okay, cool. Now, what we have done essentially over here is we have installed all the necessary libraries. We have loaded our OpenAI key. Okay, and we have done is we have also done an exercise wherein we have printed ready to learn LangChain now. Now coming to a very pivotal or essential element of working for an AI agent or working in an AI agent, right? Which is your large language model. Okay. Now, what exactly is a large language model? Can anyone tell me what exactly is a large language model, or what is your understanding of large language model? Anyone? What is a large language model according to you?
Kind of a
Suraj
chatbot.
Sahni. Sorry.
It's a kind of a chatbot. You just
Okay.
give the user query, it gives you a reply.
Okay. Anyone else?
It is the one which thinks whatever we gives as an input, it thinks and gives an output. Yeah, whatever it's like a network, right? It's like a brain.
Okay. Anyone else? What is your understanding of LLM? Brain that have largest set. Yes, 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 yes. Brain that have largest data set. Trained model. Yes. So LLM is at the center of all of these artificial intelligence that we are seeing. LLM is nothing but your, a machine brain. Okay. A artificial brain, right? Which is helpful for giving the answers, which is helpful for, uh, understanding what is happening inside it. Once again, guys, once again. Okay. So LLM is nothing but what lies in the center of all of those artificial intelligence, and you rightly pointed it out. It is like a foundation of chatbot. It is foundation of chatbot. It thinks and gives output. Very right. It is like a brain. Very right. It is like a second brain to humans now. Okay, and it has a large data set basis on which it has been trained, and it gives you the output. Okay, clear. Now it is a brilliant assistant, longer in room, you slide through a slot, read it, write it, and reply it back. That's an LLM. Okay. And okay, let's go back to our Google Colab notebook and let's work with these LLMs in the real time. Okay. So your part one, now coming to the part one, which is talking to an AI model. What is an LLM? LLM, it is the brain behind the tools like ChatGPT, etc. And what happens is you pass through a note slot, they read it, they reply it back because they are smart, right? They are smart and they have been trained on a corpus of data. Now let's work around or work with this specific, model per se or LLM per se, right? So please press this from LangChain OpenAI, import chat OpenAI. You will get a response. What is LangChain? Explain in 2 sentences. Please press this one just behind this photo. Acha, API key incorrect. Okay, just give me a second, guys. Just give me a second. What you have to do is you have to replace this API key. I'm just giving you a different API key. 1 second, guys. Just give me a second. Okay. I'm just copy pasting the API key over here for you guys. Okay. What you have to do is you just have to replace the API key. It will start working for you. Okay. See, go above, right? And over here, if you can see escape project, etc., 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 right? All of that, what you have to do is you have to just delete it and paste it over here, right? And then run it. The same you have to do over here as well. Okay. Run it now. I have given you the API key in the chat box. Please go through that and now run it. It will start running for you. See. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, Jignesh. I hope everybody is doing it alongside with me. Thank you, Jignesh, for that. Yes, this is
Ashu,
the
can you
output that you're
highlight
getting.
once again? Where did you paste it?
Yes, sure, sure, sure. I pasted it over here. Import OS, this one.
Okay, okay.
Okay, and then over here as well. And the API key is already provided. Let me know once done, guys. Let me know once done. And then I will explain you inside the code what is happening. Then, yes, no. So Jignesh, I know it is done because he is getting the right answer for LangChain. Sai, Sovik, Jignesh. Ranveer, uh, guys, done? No, yes. Unable to do it. If you're unable to do it, please present your screen. More than happy to help you out. Okay, Sai, are you getting any error?
Yeah, Ashu, I'm getting an
Huh?
error. Same error.
Sure. What is it?
Okay, I'm
Please
just
present your
sharing my
screen,
screen.
Ranveer. Yeah, please.
Okay, I have pasted it over here and over here. And then I clicked on this.
Can you go down? What is it? Okay, got it. Go on the top. Go on the top. Go on the top. On the top. On the top. Above. 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 Yeah. Go down a little down. Please press this again. Please press that. Please press that. The first one. The first one. On uske upar. On above. 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 Yes. This pip install langchain lang. Open here. Can you see? Pip
Okay,
install.
okay.
Yes. 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 Install
Yes.
it. You did not install. That's why it was asking for the necessary libraries.
Okay, okay. Sure. I'm just stopping my share.
Sure. Anyone else who is facing a problem over here or issue in terms of running this specific code block? Sai, Akash, Harsh.
It's still loading actually. Yeah.
Okay. It might be loading because you have just installed it. That's why.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it's done.
Yeah, it's there.
Yeah, yeah.
Good. Okay. Okay. Anyone else who is facing a problem, or are you done? It's done,
Hi,
Akash.
Ashu.
And
I have one
hi.
question.
Sorry, who is it?
No, we have
Yeah, Brenda.
mentioned
Hmm?
we have mentioned import.os. No, like what is the operating system in this one?
So import OS, it is not operating system per se. It creates virtual environment in itself, and then in that virtual environment, it loads your key. So let's not go into that, Pranita. So that will become much
Okay,
more
sir.
technical for the class. That's why I'm not going into the code per se, but what I am showing you is a whole architecture, right? The logical flow that is there, right? So now, if
Right.
you are done it,
Got it.
now if you are done it, if you have got it, let me tell you what exactly is happening and going behind this specific agent. Okay,
Yeah,
and
okay,
why it
sir.
is important is so that you have the whole control to configure it. Okay, that's why it is important to know all of those things. Okay, so what exactly is
Yeah,
happening is you have this langchain openai, import openai, all the necessary libraries. Okay, in order to run your langchain, then you have this model, right? GPT-4o mini. GPT-4o mini is nothing but your LLM model. There is this temperature, ignore that for a while, and then you have this question which is langchain explained into what is langchain explained in two simple sentences, right? So at an overall level, at a logical flow, what is exactly happening is you have this langchain OpenAI, right? From where you are calling chat OpenAI as a library, then you are using GPT-4o mini, okay,
We
and
can
then
call
you are asking, sorry.
we can call something else, bro, apart from chat.
Yeah. You can call any of the LLM. You can call any of the LLM, but you have to install the necessary libraries. Okay, and then you are asking the question from this specific, the specific LLM, right? This is what is happening over here in this specific code block. Now let's go to the exercise. Let's go to the exercise, right? And what you have to do is ask the following question and understand the concept. What is agentic AI? Okay, just replace what is LangChain with what is agentic AI and give put your responses in the comment box. Okay, I will just put it over here. What is agentic AI? And let's see what is the answer it gives. Where I get the Jignesh, it is the Jignesh model list is always there in this specific page of that research lab. Be it your Anthropic, be it your Google, everybody have their own model page. From there you can get it. Okay, so the first question was what is agentic AI, and this is the answer that we have got. And have you also done it, guys? Have you also put this thing over here? What is agentic AI? Yes, no. And Jignesh, I hope you have got your answer here. That where I get model list name from the respective. I got it. Is this not you? Sign this. This is the nature of LangChain. LangChain is the basis of LangChain is codes only. It is not. It is not the friendly interface. That is the nature of
Okay.
LangChain. Hmm.
So I'm just thinking from PM point of view. So how this is like helpful? Uh,
Hmm.
I mean, in terms of like use case point of view, what are
Mhm.
we going to do with this?
Okay. So
I'm
what
just
you are
thinking.
going to learn, got it, Sai. What you are going to learn is the logical flow that happens behind an agentic AI system. As a PM, right, or as a professional, what you can do is you can just go over there, give a prompt, get your open whole agent, get whole agent created. However, when this agent is actually running in the live environment, in the production environment, and is being used by the end user, that's where the things go wrong, right? And whenever the things go wrong, you need to do an RCA. Now for going doing those RCA, you need to have the conceptual knowledge, and this is the conceptual knowledge that we are gathering right now over here. So
Okay. Mm-hmm.
am I clear
Sure.
with the answer?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
That's why these concepts are very important to know. No, and that's why I stated out in the beginning. Now, you will see multiple courses out there, multiple classes which are there to get you created these agents quickly, right? And give you a very quick satisfaction. However, when the things are in production and when things are actually being used your user by you being used by your user, there that's where the things go wacky. That's where the things go wrong, and you are not able to do an RC. And this class is actually helpful for bridging that gap. That is the whole agenda that I designed the whole class for.
Got it. Okay.
Okay. Okay, guys, have you done it? What is agentic AI? Have you got the specific answer? Yes, no, yes. Okay. Anyone else? Anyone else who has got it, or is only sighing working? Are you not able? If you are not able to do it, do let me know. I will help you out. Yeah, I will help you out. I am here to help you out only. Done. Okay. Cool. The first exercise is done. Let's also paste this second question as well over here, which is what is the difference between LLM and agentic AI? Okay, and you will get the answer as well. Let's wait for it. See, LLM and agentic AI represent different concepts in artificial intelligence, though they can overlap in some applications. Okay, see, I hope this also is done by you. Now, let me go to the third kind of thing, which is, and this again, sign for you, is a interesting concept, right? From a PM perspective. Will this model give me the answer to the specific question? Give me the latest news around AI? Yes, no.
Yes, it should.
Why? Why it should? Why and how will it? Give me the latest news around AI. Will it be able to give me the latest news as of today? And let me just put it across as well.
No,
Okay. Why?
because it was not trained for the latest updates and everything for that particular model, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
Because like most of the LLMs are trained for a certain amount of time and period. So I don't know whether it is going to take base news or anything.
Right. Yes, Akash also says no. Right. So, Sai, the answer for it is no. Why? Because this is a point blank LLM, right? And it does not have a tool, neither it has a data. Okay. See, I don't have real time access to news or all of those. However, I can summarize broader trends. Okay. And let's also see till when this model was trained on. Okay. Till when this model was trained on. J- Release October 2023. The data only till October 2023 is something that GPT-4o Mini has. That's why it is not able to give you the news for today. Okay. So that is what raw LLM is for you. Now coming to a different point altogether, or a different concept, which is temperature. Okay, temperature in an LLM. Okay, do you have do you guys have any idea, like, or have heard about temperature in LLMs? What exactly are they, or what is their, what is their role in working of any LLM? What is your understanding of temperature in an LLM?
1 second. Like before
Hmm?
this, can we again can you again explain why the RAG is not connected, right? Over there, so why it can't give the latest news, or why it doesn't
Sorry,
have the like
sorry.
in the last slide is, yeah, in the code you explained it, right? Like you
Yeah.
don't have the access to the current news, and it won't be able to give the, yeah, this one. Yeah.
Huh?
So, like, why this happens? Because the RAG is not connected, or GPT 4.0, it's not trained on that latest
G-
data.
both. One, GPT-4o Mini is not trained on it. It is only trained till October 23, data till October 23. Second, it is not connected to any tool which can give you the news. Both of these things.
Okay.
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 Okay. Thank you. Okay. Now, coming to the second concept of temperature. What is temperature? What is your understanding of temperature? Science says it is a parameter used to provide output, one of the parameter. Okay. What does it do? What does the temperature do for you? And again, this is a concept, right? This is a concept which is very helpful in creating agentic AI platforms. What if all the news? What if I want all the news for model? Jignesh, then you have to connect it to any news tool. You have to connect it to any news tool. Okay. Yeah, let's park this question after the class, Jignesh. Let's park this question. Okay. Let's concentrate on this temperature right now. What exactly is temperature? What is your understanding of temperature, guys, in an LLM? What is the temperature in an LLM? Pranita, Karthik, Karthik, Muni Reddy, Sai. What is your understanding of temperature in an LLM? Yes, yes, it determines the output quality. Yes. Okay.
Temperature is like how much it should think deeply, maybe.
Think deeply. Okay. One of the answers that I am getting is provides output quality. Okay. Okay. Anyone else? It is a parameter. Yes, it is a parameter. Is serious point to get result. Temperature is serious point to get result. Okay. Anyone else who wants to take a hit at it? What exactly is temperature? What temperature is? Okay. Let me tell you. Right. Let me tell you. So in any agentic AI platform, there are two aspects of tasks that you have to do. Right. One is fact based or factual based, right? And second is on a more creative end. Now, what I mean by factual is, let's say you have to, do an expense, or you want to create an expense agent, and you want to get the savings ratio, right? And on the other spectrum of it, you have a creating agent which is helpful for creating your LinkedIn post. Okay, in which of these would you want variability, right? You would want different answers to come. Is it this one or is it this one? Your saving ratio for the last month, should it be more creative and change at every prompt, or is it your LinkedIn post creating agent which should change after every prompt? Which of this is more creative in nature, or you would want more variability?
The LinkedIn one.
Sorry.
Yeah, second one.
The LinkedIn one.
Yes, you would want more variability and more dynamic nature, creativity over here, right? Whereas for these factual things, they, for example, expense, or a question like, how far is this specific landmark away from my home? That is a fact, right? That is a fact. It will remain the same. Okay, those are the factual questions that you ask and that you have. So just to tweak your LLM for being creative versus factual, you use this terminology called temperature, right? What temperature does to you is, if it is at a lower end, it makes your output predictable. The very same answer you will get every time. Okay, the same answer you will get every time. And if it is a high temperature, which is let's say 1.9, 0.85 or that manner, then your agent becomes creative in nature, which is, it has a lot of parameters, or it has a lot of information to give you. Okay, and be much more creative. And then your temperature 0.7 is always your balanced one, right? And if I go deeper into it, if I take an example over here as well, so which McDonald is closest to me, it is a fact, right? That's why you need a lower temperature which is safe and reliable. If you are saying surprise me, something I have never tried, you are feeling adventurous and you want something to be more creative, right? And out of the box. Whereas a middleware of it is zero point 0.7, which is suggest a good place for dinner tonight, which is you want facts. Okay, you do not want the name of made up restaurants or imaginary restaurants, but you also want to get a suggestion, right? So a mixture of all of those. So, and now why it is important for for you to know why? Because when you are creating your agents, right, you have to have a control of the temperature. For example, if I'm creating agents like legal contract analyzer, financial fraud detector, medical diagnosis assistant, very important use case. You not with every prompt you can give a different diagnostics to your patient, right? Compliance report generator, code review agent, all of these are use cases wherein you have to put the lower temperature. Now the higher temperature are the ones marketing copy generator, storytelling agent, brainstorming, ad tagline. All of these are the agentic system wherein you have to keep your temperature higher, and then a mild one or in between all of them becomes your uh, customer support agent, HR onboarding, sales assistant, etc., etc., etc. Right? So why we touch base upon this specific concept of your temperature is because you are able to, whenever you are going to create your agentic systems, you should have a control over your temperature, and you should have a control over your parameters, and accordingly tweak it. Now there is one more fact, right? There is one more fact, which is not every time your temperature will remain the same, but depend upon the use case that you have. For example, if you are this is the whole flow of an agentic system wherein first you are extracting and searching the facts. Here the temperature can be zero. Okay, now if you want to summarize the findings, right, you have to summarize the findings. You require a little bit of creativity. Over here it can be a point 0.5, and if you want to write the brief, okay, it can be a point 0.8. Okay, which is more creative, be making it engaging, making it flowing, or your minutes of meetings. Okay, all of those things come under this writing the meeting brief. So a single agent can have multiple temperatures depending upon the task that you are giving, and with every agent that you are creating, you should be cognizant of the fact that what is the temperature that you are using, right? With that, let's come to this exercise. Okay, and I am over here. Please go to this specific block. What is temperature, right? And you will see point 0 is very predictable, 0.7 is creative, 1 is your very creative, sometimes unpredictable. Okay, now coming to the exercise 3 as well. What you have to do is, this is something that we just did. Okay, which is this specific code block. And GPT-4 money temperature is, let's say, 0, and write a short creative story about the poem. Now I want to increase that temperature to 0.8, right? And then what I will see is this whole creative aspect of LLM coming up. Please go to this, guys. Please go through this specific code from LangChain OpenAI import chat OpenAI and GPT-4 mini temperature 0.8, and see the kind of response it is giving you. And let me know once done. Then yes, no. You just have to run it. Then, guys, Akash, Vignesh, time, Sarmuga. Is it done? Yes, no. Are you able to get the response? Okay. And what you can do is, now you can just peak the temperature as well. Let's say, let me keep it as point 0.1, right? And the question that I will be asking is more of a factual question, which is, what is the distance between the Earth and the Moon? And explain simply. This is something which has got a very deterministic kind of correlation, or a factual kind of correlation. Okay. What is the distance between Earth and the Moon, right? Let's say Okay, the average distance between 3844. However, the distance can vary slightly due to Mohn's elliptical order. See, these are numbers, right? These are factual numbers, and you do not want them to change every time. That's why you will keep a lower temperatures. Okay, clear? Yes, no, guys. Are you following me? Isn't there any confusion? Is there anything that you want to ask? Please shoot right now so that we can go after, to the other section now, which is prompt templates. Any confusion? Anything? Munni, ready? Jignesh, Karan, Souvik, are you following me or are you confused about it? What is it? Or are you on this Google Colab notebook?
Ashu, what are the
Yeah,
different other parameters similar to temperature? I mean, where can I get those information? Maybe. Yeah.
sure. There are multiple parameters such as top K, top P, etc., etc. Okay, and you can just just search on the Google hyperparameters in LLM, and you will see multiple of them. The number of epoch, learning rate, batch size, output, decode, top key. But most of them lie in the parlance of your data science team. What lies in the parlance of probably non-tech or working professional like us is mostly these temperatures. Okay. Anyone else? Anyone else? And then we can go to the second topic, which is your prompt templates. Is it clear, guys? Akash, Jignesh, Kanan, Karan, Karthik, Mani, Sai. Are you following me or are you confused about it? Yes, following and no query. Okay, good, yeah, good, good. Okay. Now let's come to the other part of it, which is our prompt templates. Right now, what exactly are prompt templates? So, see, uh, every time you are giving a different prompt or a different instruction to your LM, it is costing you, right? It is costing you heavily. Now, for that, what you need to do is there are prompt templates. And this is one beautiful feature given by LangChain. Now, what exactly are prompt templates? Let me go deeper into it and draw that corollary to what we see in our daily lives. Okay. For example, HR offer for example, these are reusable instruction blueprints with fill in the blank placeholder. Okay. For example, HR writes offer letter weekly. Instead of writing it from the scratch, they use a template. Dear name, we offer you role at a salary, just fill in the blanks, right? These are templates, right? If you can see over there, these are ready-made templates. For example, dear and then name. Wedding cards, right? Wedding cards, the whole content is same. Just what gets changes the name over here on the top of it. Just think from that perspective, right? So template are nothing but a ready-made data on which there are some variables which you change, and then you are there, working it out with. So dear name, we offer you role at a salary, just fill in the blanks. And what it does for you is what it does for an AI agent is it helps them to not redo everything every time. For example, if your HR is creating you know offer letter from the scratch every week, then it becomes a tedious task. In the very same manner, if it is getting created by your AI agent, that whole output every time it is getting created, it is very complicated for your LLM or for your agent to understand. That's why you have these ready-made templates. Now, what are these ready-made templates? Let's say this is one template. You are a friendly teacher. Explain the which is variable topic in simple terms with an example, right? You just fill in the topic, which is machine learning, and then what you have is a new instruction, which is explain machine learning in simple terms with an example, and you will see it in practical in your Colab notebook. Just hold on a while. Okay. And what you can also understand it from the WhatsApp analogy, those Diwali messages or Happy New Year messages. But you are forwarding them with a different name altogether, right? That is the whole basic principle of template. It makes you efficient and it also makes your agentic AI system efficient, right? That's why This concept is important for you to know. Okay. And the WhatsApp analogy, right? Hey Rahul, happy birthday. Hey Priya, happy birthday. Hey Amit, happy birthday. Hey Rahul, happy new year. Hey Priya, happy new year. Hey Amit, happy new year. And the Diwali messages or Christmas messages, all of those come into these uh, framework only. The very same idea has been replicated into LangChain, okay, which is to make your agent more efficient, which is give me three tips for a job role. And then what you have got is tips for a product manager, tips for a data analyst, HR manager. Job role is your product manager, data analyst, HR manager, but ultimately what you're getting is three tips. Okay. And okay, so how the AI agent uses prompt templates step by step, and whenever you are creating your own agentic system, right, use this prompt templates. It will help them make much more efficient. Okay. Summarize this article in 3 points, right? Does this mention financial crime article? All of those things are an example. Now let's go back to our Google Colab notebook. Okay, and understand it from the perspective of a prompt template. Prompt template, we already talked about it. Now let's go to this specific example. Okay, see from Langchon, what are you on this, guys? Have you just pressed it? No, no, no. It is not similar to MD files. MD files it is a cloud concept. It is a cloud concept altogether. Those are skills.md, etc., etc. Do not get confused with that. See, have you pressed this? And then I will go deeper into what exactly is happening in this code block. Are you there, guys? Okay. Yes. Okay. So watch this closely. What exactly is happening, right? What we have done is chat prompt template. We just called that from this library or this box of LangChain. We called, please give us chat prompt template. We called the model just like before, GPT-4 mini temperature. Then what we have done is we have provided a template, which is system prompt. You are an angry teacher who explains things in very complex terms in Hindi. Okay. And then what you are giving is explain topic in 3 bullet points. Use simple and real life example. Okay. This is the template that you have already provided. Now, what you are going to pass in this topic is this machine learning, right? And then you are going to print it out. Okay. So again, what is happening? Let me just draw it again for you guys. One second. Okay, one second, one second. So what is happening is there is this box. From that box, you have called chat prompt template. This is the LLM model that you are calling. Okay, and you have defined a template over here. This is the prompt template that you have defined, which is the system message and the human message. Okay, and then ultimately you are defining the topic and as a machine learning over here, right? And then you are printing out the output as well. Clear? At a conceptual level, is it clear to everyone? Yes or no?
Hi, bro.
Yeah, hi.
So the prompt which you have given, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we can generate it via chat GPT and what are the
Yes, yes,
prompts we
yes,
can suitable we
yes,
can give it.
yes, yes, yes.
Okay.
You can generate it via ChatGPT or anything, but the concept will remain the same. Focus on the concept.
Okay. The system and human thing.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Focus on this concept wherein we are, calling this chat prompt template. Okay. Calling this LLM, giving a prompt template to it, which is you are an angry teacher who explains things in very complex terms in Hindi. You can just, put it in any manner or shape you want to. Explain topic. Now this topic is the variable part, right? This is the prompt or this is the variable which you are going to tweak every now and then. And then what you have is this topic, which is machine learning. You just replace that topic with machine learning, and then you have this whole output, right? Let me just run it for you if you have understood. What you need to do is you just run it and see. from topic, what you have is you have this machine learning. Okay, and then what you do is just put it out. Okay, see, Hindi. I can also probably tweak this and write in English. You are angry. I can change that personality. You are a, you know, you are a genius teacher who explain things in very simple terms in English and explain machine learning to me in these things. Now I will just run it. See, learning from data machine learning is like a computer making a prediction, improving over time. Okay. Clear to everyone what is prompt template? And have you also, you know, run it along with me? These two. Yes, no. If yes, then we can go ahead. If no, then let me know what is the problem that you're facing. We will resolve it in the class itself. Yes. Okay. Anyone else? Anyone else? Ignesh says yes. What about others, guys? What about others? Akash, what is your status? Karthi says done. Akash. Okay, great. Yeah, great. I till till this, is it clear to you guys or not? Because see, these are the basic concepts. Yeah, these are the basic concepts which you have to keep in mind while creating an AI agent. Otherwise, things will go very wacky whenever you are creating them, right? Or whenever it is being actually used by your users, right? So please, my only request is you go back and practice them as well. Okay. And now coming to the other part of it, which is chains. Okay, 1 second, let me see. Okay. 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 Now you have also now you also have those exercises, right? What you need to do, and you can do it at your home as well, which is change the system prompt and human prompt. And these are some of the exercises that you can do, right? Which is you can change the system prompt for part two also. There is no part two. This is the only collab notebook, Karthik. This is the only collab notebook that you have. Karthik, this is the only collab notebook, buddy. Okay. Everything is just beneath it here. Exercise 4 and exercise 5. What? Sorry.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, okay. Sorry, I missed it. Sorry. Go.
Okay. So please go back, right? Please go back, and just for the paucity of time or the interest of the time, I am skipping these exercises. You can go back, practice it, right, and come back and strengthen your concepts. Okay. Coming to the next part, which is chains, which is the pivotal or which is the basis of lang chain, right? We have been hearing about lang chain, lang chain, lang chain. What exactly is lang chain now, right? Lang chain is nothing but actually a amalgamation or a binding of different components. One is a prompt template. We already read about it. Okay. Then second is your LLM. LLM is your chat GPT 4 mini, which we are using. This can be anything. This is your brain. And then output process is something that we will talk about in our later session. But yeah, it is nothing but a chaining concept, right? You are amalgamating, or you are making a marriage between all of these components is something that lang chain provides you, right? If I draw that to a corollary, a Zomato order, you place the order, restaurant cooks, delivery picks up, food arrives. This is nothing but a chain, right? This is nothing but a chain. So in the very same manner, there's a user, then you have all of these components working in tandem, and then you have output. Okay, that is the essential concept of a chain, which is a part of lang chain, right? If I go down and if I just compare it with a real life scenario, let's say there is this HR, right? The whole process, how does it look like is candidate is submitting the CV, HR is screening it, hiring manager is reviewing it, interview is scheduled, offer letter sent. All of this is your chain, or all of these are sequential steps. Now, how you can convert in LangChain is user type their question, prompt template format is LLM reads it, output parser cleans it. Output parser is something that we will, read about it, but don't worry, don't get confused. And user get formatted result. This is the sequential version of NHR that we are seeing. Okay, and okay, and why you want to learn about LangChain or why you want to learn about a chain is a AI agent, if you think about, is nothing but a smart collection of chain. Okay, there's this one agent which is reading the brief, there is another agent which is doing the research, then there is another third agent which is writing the draft. And if you do not understand about chain, you cannot design it properly, you cannot debug it when it fails, you cannot improve it, and you cannot control cost. That's why sign, coming to your question again, why is it important for a PM to know all of these concepts? Because you are there in order to give a delightful experience to your user. And if you haven't designed it properly, if you do not know where the things are going wrong, if you cannot improve it, and you do not know key what is the cost that is being incurred, then what you're doing is just creating a puzzle out of it, or you are just uh, self patting on your back, right? Patting on your back. That is why these concepts are very important, not from a perspective of a product manager, but from the perspective of a working professional as well, right? Because all our organizations are becoming AI enabled, AI first, all of those sort, right? And when when these probabilistic machines are getting into our daily workflows, there are hell lot of chances they will go wrong, right? And why will they go wrong is when you haven't designed them properly, when you do not know where the actually error was, and if you do not know how do you improve it. And cost, right? These are expensive machines, these are expensive machines. You just expose any of your workflow out there, and your whole cost will just go down a drain, right? That's why we all are here spending our times in order to understand these concepts, right? And use the chain when predictable steps. Okay, all of these are the things, right? Let's go to so this is the template out there, or this is the nomenclature that you use, which is using pipe separator to in order to combine all of these chains which were working in silos before. And how this is how you just marry them in one, right? Clear to everyone? Is it clear to everyone? Yes, no? The concept of chaining. Yes.
Yeah, it's clear. Ashu, one more question.
Hmm?
So, this LangChain concept is applicable only to like chat interfaces or similar kind of interfaces? I'm just thinking from.
Yes. Yes.
Okay,
Most more of a sequential steps.
got it. Yeah, sure.
Okay, cool. Okay, now let's practice some of these chains, right? We are here. What is a chain? Think of a Zomato order. You place order, restaurant cooks, full delivery picks up, right? In the very same manner, Lang chain works in the same manner. Prompt template, LLM, and then output parser. Let's just press this. Okay. And what is happening over here? Let me just explain to you as well. Let me explain to you as well while you are running this workflow, which is, in the very same manner, what you have done is you have chat prompt template, and just right now ignore this output parser. Okay, then you are giving a template out there, or a prompt template. Okay, you are chaining them. See this output parser, then there's the LLM. If you can read it out, there's a prompt, there is the output parser, there is the LLM, and then you are chaining them via this pipe. Okay, and you are putting the role as marketing manager. Okay, what exactly you are doing is you are a helpful career advisor. Give me three tips of working someone as a job role, and your job role is a marketing manager, right? This is the chaining concept, and this is a very simple kind of agent that you have, which is helpful for you to give you a helpful career advice using a job role that you provide. Okay, and just let's just run this. Okay, see here are the particular all of those things. Now what you can do is, from a big marketing manager, you can type it as business analyst and run it. Is everybody on the same page? Have you done it? Are you running it? Have you run it? This one? And there are exercises attached to it as well. I would really request to go back. Okay, experiment with it, build these things on your own, because the more you build, the more you will get to know what exactly is happening behind the curtain. Okay, anyone else? Muni, Jignesh, Karthi, Akash, and see data analyst. Just use data analyst as well. Are you guys following me, Akash, Jignesh? I can only see. Done? Okay, good, good. And if you also want to visualize, right? If you want to also visualize it, here is the diagram. Here is the diagram that you can just refer to. Let me just see. There is this prompt LLM, okay, and then the parser. All of those are chained together or married together. Then there is a job role, which can be a product manager, business analyst, marketing manager. It formats the input, LLM generates the answer, and then you get the final output. This is what is happening, and this is the most simplistic kind of agent. Now what we have essentially done is we started from the basic concepts, and then married all of those concepts in order to create one of the most simple agents that you can see out there, right? And and now since you have got also a kind of sense of what these concepts are, you can apply them while creating your own agentic systems as well. Okay, and then you have this exercises, change the system prompt, human prompt too, and all of those exercises I would really request you to please go back, do it on your own, and see. I also have this. You are a startup mentor who gives practical business advice. Give me three mistakes to avoid as a founder. Keep it short and practical, right? You can go back, do these exercises, practice on your own, and this will run, right? I will not remove the OpenAI key till for next 12 hours so that you can practice it very well. Okay. With that, let's come to the last concept, which is output parsers, right? Now, what are output parsers? Till here, any doubt, any question? Till here, any doubt, any question? We covered, like, if I can go back, we just covered LangChain. Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay. So the use of this LangChain, right? Since we have given this the chat prompt and goes to the LLM and gives them an output in the form of text and everything. It's similar to the LLM models, right? So we can give a detailed, for example, kind of a prompt even in the chat GPT. So it can give you the same set of instructions what we give it in LangChain, right?
Mhm.
So what kind of a difference it makes, like from a normal LLM with the help of this LangChain? That is the thing.
Sure. So chatgpt.com is a just an interface, right? Whereas LangChain is a whole suite of creating an agents. We are just scratching the surface, wherein we are creating building just the basic or the working of it. That's why you are comparing it to chatgpt.com. However, there are multiple instructions. For example, if you want to, parse a resume and basis on the job description, create a new resume. Okay, and you want to do it autonomously, this is something that you can create in your LangChain, right? Apart from that, you can also have a UI or user interface. Chatgpt.com is for, is not for builders. It is for daily users. What we are here for is, we are here for exactly building things up from the scratch, and that's where LangChain comes in. Agentic AI, right? AI agents cannot be created on chatgpt.com, but can be created via APIs of OpenAI. That is the difference. Is it clear? What is the difference between ChatGPT and this one?
Yes, and one last question here. So it is a single agent or can be a multiple agent?
In LangChain, you can create a single agent and then you can sequence them out.
Okay.
It is always sequential in nature. Okay. And what if I want all the latest news from model? Jignesh, you can go to Google News. Google News gives you all the latest news. latest news on AI. See, what if this is the question, right, Jignesh? Jignesh, how we can do with our models? How we can do? How we can do? Jignesh, can you please unmute here? How we can do with our model? I'm not
Yes,
able to
like
understand.
we use a GPT 4.0 mini. Yes, we are
Mm-hmm.
using this model. So we, if
Mm-hmm.
like we need to use any latest model, then how we can do like the till now which model is useful for a latest news. Like we don't need to go any like a news Google News. We just need a latest model that we can use in our development, so we can get latest information from there.
There's no one model which can give you the latest news. You only, if you are building an agent system, you can upgrade the model, okay, which has reasoning, input, pricey, developers.openai.com. You can go to this one and you can view all the models. For getting the news, you will require a tool that is to be attached with it. And see, these are different models out there. Frontier GPT 5.5, 5.5 Pro, 5.4, Nano, etc. etc. Please go to this model and you will find all the models out there for GPT. For GPT.
So so these are the free models or it is a paid or
No. Paid. Nothing is free.
so when we using like here like LangChain, so we are getting only free models, I believe, or it is a
No. This OpenAI is my model. I have paid for it. I have given it for you to you for free in the class.
okay, got it.
It was not free. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
And in order to help you guys out to understand the context, I have paid for it already and given you to use my API key.
Okay, so
Okay.
other framework like same like a LangChain, we also
Hmm?
get like a paid or free that kind of stuff will be there.
LangChain is free, but using LLMs in LangChain does come with a cost.
Yeah, but other has a free if any models we are getting another framework. If I need a free models, that
Hmm?
can help me.
Yes, there are free models out there. For example, Hugging Face or Grok. But then you have to, trade off it with quality.
Okay,
The best out the mod out the best model out there are from OpenAI only. And why? Because they are the oldest, and plus they give you a sense of control plus a predictable output. For others, it will just start getting or it will just start failing. That's why the industry prefers OpenAI model more than anything else.
got it. Thank you.
Okay, cool. Okay, now let's come to the last bit of it, which is our output parsers. Now, what exactly are output parsers? For example, if I want my agentic system to give me, let's say, to give me only in a structured format, which is, for example, over here, right? Tip one, tip two, tip three. I want my model to give only in this format, not in other formats, which is LLM will be able to give me, for example, here are the three tips or the three tips. The three tips are the following, etc., etc. But I do not want them. I want only specific keywords or in a specific format. How do we get them? Since LLM are probabilistic in nature, we use output parsers, right? Output parsers, what are they? For example, this, right? Top five cities in India. Your assistant says Mumbai, Delhi, Jaipur, Goa, Varanasi, and output parser turns them into proper list, right? Or a proper keyword. Okay, let's go deeper into an example of this. See, let's take this as an example wherein what you want is you want or you have asked from your specific friends or colleagues that when are you free. Okay, Aryan says I am free anytime on Tuesday. Mira says Tuesday works, maybe 3 p.m. Kabir says not Monday, Tuesday is fine. All of them are giving the same kind of answer but not exactly in the same out in the same format, right? And traditionally these softwares need data in a structured format, right? And What is structure format? The structure format is this: name is Aryan, day is Tuesday, time is any. Name is Meera, day is Tuesday, time is 3 p.m. That's why if you fill forms as well, right? There is a specific field against which you have to write name. There is a specific field against which you have to write your phone number. There is a specific field against which you have where you have to write your professional experiences. Why? Because software only accepts in a specific output or a specific structured output, right? That's where the output parser comes into picture. Clear? What is output parser? Is it clear to everyone in this class? What does output parser do? If not, please ask this again. Clear? Yes, no. If yes, please drop a clear. If no, please unmute yourself, ask it, or you can ask on the comment box. Karan, Sarmuga, Jignesh, Karthik, Akash, Karan. Is it clear? Okay, amazing, amazing. Great. Let's clear. Okay. Now, why is it important is, it is important because if you are giving a very messy output, right, to your agent, it breaks. Whereas if you are passing a clean output, your agentic workflow works very well. It does not break, and you are also able to get the exact output that you want. Okay. And now let's go back to our Google Colab notebook. Okay. Okay. Now, what are the output parsers? We just read about it, right? AI model returns text, but sometimes you need a list or a specific format. For example, give me the give me the top 5 cities to visit in India. It can be in any shape and format, but you want in a specific structure, which is Mumbai, Delhi, Jaipur, Goa, Varanasi. Okay, and this is what where the specific output parser comes in handy. Now let's go to the specific example. Step one, no primitive solution, which is no parser. Let's press this one. What you are doing over here is what exactly you are doing is from that lang chain code prompt, which is the bigger box, you are asking for chat prompt template, and then you're defining a prompt. Okay. And then what you are doing is you are just chaining the prompt with an LLM and giving the output. There is no output parser involved. And see over here. Here are the 5 popular AI tools: Jira, Trello, Aha, Tata, Tata, all of this. You can not ingest this in a specific software, right? And this will every time change its shape. Okay. And if I run it again, let's for example, in not in product management, but in used in marketing. Okay. Let's type it out. See, here is the output, right? Not in a specified format. Now, and has anyone have everyone ran this step one primitive solution with no parser? Does everyone run it? Sai, Jignesh, Akash, Karan, have you ran it? Yes. Okay. And you can see the output as well over here. Okay. Now, why this output is a problem? Because you cannot give it as a input to another AI tool, or you cannot show it on a dashboard. You will you be getting the same format? Not exactly, right? Because this is a LLM, and that's where your output parser comes into picture. For example, let's what LangChain chat prompt template, comma separated output parsers, and then if you run it, what you will get is you will get a list of this all of this thing, right? And let's run this now. Type of list for product management. These are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this can be displayed in your specific dashboard. See, run this one. Step two. Okay, what is it exactly telling you? Is you will get the output in the form of comma. If you want output in the form of comma, you would want comma separated list output parser. Okay, and it will give you in the form of comma. And if I go down, if I just want in the form of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? What exactly have I done is I have defined the parser, okay, and see over here the parser, right? I have defined the prompt and also I have defined the LLM, which is over here above, right? I have defined the LLM as well. And if I run it, I will get in the form of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Everybody with me? Have you run it? Have you run it, guys? And if you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, and this is, this is pretty much consumable by your dashboard or any other agentic platform. And that's why it is very important for you to know the output parser, right? Cool. So what we have done in the class today is we have talked about LangChain, okay, we talked about calling the LLM. We also talked about prompt templates. We also talked about chains, output parser, and then ultimately, what you can do is you have the notebook with you. You can go back and practice it, right? And while you are practicing, you will build those concepts of controlling your agentic AI systems because these LLMs are probabilistic machines, and you will get actual error while you are using it in your production ready environments. And these concepts like LLM, prompt templates, and output parser will help you at that point of time, right? And in order to build robust ecosystems. Okay. With that, I would like to conclude today's session. Okay. And what I want you at the end is please provide your feedbacks, right? Please provide your feedbacks. If you have anything to ask, you can just ask me right now. I am here in the class itself. If not, then please provide your feedback. How was it like? Uh, what is it that you want more to be included? Okay. And please do provide your rating as well over here. Thanks a lot, guys. You can either scan it or you can just go back to this link that I have provided. And let's stay connected on LinkedIn. Like, uh, I have also been sharing many things regarding LangChain and LangGraph. You can just see it and practice out on your own as well, right? Okay, guys. Thanks a lot. Thank you. Uh, just provide your feedback and you can drop off. Thanks a lot. Bye
I have
bye.
one question.
Yeah.
So, like, when we create these agents and how
Mhm.
we can go like live, like production ready, how we can do that thing.
Okay, so there is no one's clear answer to it. One is, there are steps in it. The first step is creating these agents, right? The first step is creating these agents, and these agents we just created a very primitive one. You have to create more complex agents in LangGraph or N8N or probably using anti-gravity. Then you have to deploy them on GitHub, okay, and then from there you have to deploy it streamlit, netify, virtual, etc., etc. So there are multiple steps involved in putting it to production, okay. And this is something that we do in our classes as well, right? And we deploy actual production ready agents and then share it across with our class with each other to provide more and more feedbacks.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
Okay, thank you everyone, thanks a lot. Please do provide your feedback. Are you going to uh, yes, I can take it. Like you can have a word with Insha or Ruchir or Ruchin, sorry, Ruhin. Sorry, for Ruhin. Okay, they will schedule the session and they will inform me as well. But you have to specifically and explicitly ask them for this. Okay. Anything else, guys? Anything else? Any last thought? And if you are like,
So one last
if
question,
yeah,
bro, before we
yeah,
conclude it. Yeah.
sure.
So the code you generated, right?
Mm-hmm.
The for the LangChain, we had this import of libraries and everything, right?
Mm-hmm.
So for example, like someone from a non-tech background, like
Mm-hmm.
we don't know how to code, right? So we can
Mm-hmm.
basically by prompt it via like any of this LLMs and get those code, and we can run it on VS Code even,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yes,
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 sir.
yes. Yes. I have also not coded it myself, but I also have used Cloud Code
Okay.
to generate these codes, right? And why? Because coding is not a prerogative that we should be very concerned about. It should be those basic concepts that we should be concerned about. For like temperature, regulating the temperature, keeping the output passer, all of those are important. And how to control them is also important. Bringing them into life in terms of code is something that that has been taken care of by this AI. You don't need to worry.
So, so this is the manual way, and the last class which you took, right? OpenAI agents.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that is like more kind of low code tools, right?
Yes, yes, yes. That is the prerogative on the lines of your make.com and 10, etc.
Ah, okay, that's a new one.
Yeah, yeah. That is low code. That is low to no code kind of platforms. This is a coding platform per se, coding framework per se. Your LangChain. And we
Okay.
have extended it to LangGraph as well. Like we have created beautiful flows in LangGraph in our classes. So if we get to know, or if we have some master class on LangGraph, I will definitely more than happy to show you how to create these kind of agents in LangGraph. And LangGraph is like steroid LangChain. LangChain is a primitive, and LangGraph is like goat of the Lang family.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Anything else? Any last thought?
Yeah, like what is the primary difference between Langchain, Langsmith, and Langgraph? If you can say it in one or two sentences.
Sure. So LangChain is the sequential one, wherein you create one agent, then create a second agent, then create a third agent. All of these are in sequence. LangGraph is wherein you can have an if-else statement. For example, if your sentiment is positive, go over here. If your sentiment is negative, go over here. This is not possible in LangChain. This is possible in LangGraph. Then comes your Langsmith. Okay. What Langsmith does is Langsmith is a kind of observability tool. So what is observability tool is logs. Do you know what is logs?
Yeah.
You don't know logs. So for LangChain and LangGraph's agent, you can see the logs in Langsmith. Okay. Now you have fourth thing, which is Langflow. Langflow is nothing but your UI based low code platform.
Okay.
Simple.
Okay. Got it.
Okay. Good. Are you going to session? Sure. I think things have become much more interesting also. I don't think. नहीं साईं there are users of anything, and it is more about your taste. See, there are multiple platforms out there, anything make Langflow, Flowwise, but it is all about taste, or it is all about being being user friendly or being accustomed to that specific thing. Okay, so yes, anything is pretty much usable right now and pretty much applicable right now as well. Fine. It has not diminished. It is there, and it is there to stay for long.
One more question I have.
Yeah, yeah.
So, like, if we getting a AI jobs, like
Hmm.
the perspective that we are making a models, like
Hmm.
agents and agentic multiple agents. So,
Hmm.
what will be best role that we can do with these tools, and that helps to get AI jobs?
What is AI jobs?
Uh,
What
like
exactly saying?
like we are using all AI tools, right, in the
Hmm.
engineering part, so
Hmm.
that AI jobs can help like different like AI agent jobs, and many roles are coming in for AI roles that we can
Hmm.
see. So
Hmm.
that helps how like like a particular any jobs for AI, particularly AI jobs related that we use.
Okay, so there is I am of the opinion, and like most of the people out there in industry of the opinion, there is no specific AI job per se, right? Any job which is very pattern heavy, wherein which is very sequential in nature, wherein you need a low cognitive kind of ability, are replicable, or are can be created by AI agent flow. So there is no AI job per se, but the job which is redundant, low cognition, can be replaced by AI workflows.
Okay.
Clear? or should I go deeper into it?
Please let us know for the same.
Sure, 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 sure. Okay. Let's say there is a person. This person goes to their office, opens Excel, and in Excel, what they do is, they see whether the feedback is positive or negative. And let's say this is an e-commerce company. If it is a positive, they send a message to the customer saying thank you. If negative, they escalate it to the customer service team. This workflow clear?
Yes.
Every day this person is doing the very same thing, which is opening up the Excel, seeing what is the positive feedback, what is the negative feedback. For positive feedback, it is giving, or it is for positive feedback, he or she is giving or messaging or mailing back to the user ki, thank you for your positive feedback. If negative, they are escalating it to the respective team or the customer support team, let's say. Okay. Do you think this can be replicable by an AI workflow system?
Yes. Yes.
See, this is the work. There is no AI job per se, but the job has been replaced by AI workforce. That is what I'm talking about.
So it is also happening in a software engineer as well, and data scientists, and everywhere we can use the AI tools that helps to replace the job that we can do faster with the
Yes,
AI.
yes, yes. That's why if you see the average time it took from an ideation for any product, from ideation to delivery, was 9 months, about 9 to 10 months back into 2023. Right now, what would be this number? Can you imagine what would this number be from ideation to delivery of a software product?
I can say 1 month or 2 month.
Yes, 1 to 2 months at max. And if you're not there in 1 to 2 months, then you are just gone. That is the cutthroat competition that is happening.
Oh, got it. Thank you.
Okay. Okay, guys, thanks a lot. Please do provide your feedback. I have a hard stop at 3:10, but we will definitely meet. And like, if you need more sessions, please contact Insha or the Accelerator team. We can definitely get in touch and dig deeper into all of these concepts. Thanks a lot again. Thank you guys for holding up for 2 hours now. Thank you. Yes, RAG and MCP we can also cover. I have also covered in the previous classes. We can also do it here. RAG and MCP both in detail. Thanks a lot, guys. Thank you. Bye bye.
Thank you. Thank you. Ashok. Thank you.
The recording has stopped.